think stop it. Oh, no, let it run because it's a replay, sorry. Do you recognize what that video is has filmed?
Yes, I recognize.
And whose murder was being shown there?
Can I write it down because I don't know? Okay, no, it's fine because it's already there. It was AKA and Tibello. Yeah.
So it was AK the rapper?
Yes. And his friend.
And his friend?
That's correct.
Were two people killed there?
Yes.
And where did you receive that, or how did you come to be in possession of that footage?
According to me, it was all over the news.
The footage itself, you could pull it down off the internet?
Yes.
Why did you send it to Mr. Sibanda?
Because we were talking about it myself, Mr. Sibanda, AKA's friend is a nephew to Mr. Mtakati. As a result, Mr. Sibanda knew the deceased.
So the second person killed,
yes.
Not AKA,
yes.
He was the nephew of Mr. Mtakati?
That's correct.
And were you subsequently involved in the murder investigations?
That's correct.
And are you at liberty to tell the Commission what has been discovered in those investigations? What have those investigations revealed?
Police Sergeant Fanny Nkosi faced intense questioning at the Matlanga Commission over a controversial WhatsApp message he sent days after the murder of a popular musician, Auba John Sefoka, better known as DJ Somebody. Sefoka was killed in a drive-by shooting in Woodmead, Gauteng, on 20th of November 2022. His bodyguards, Sibusiso Mokoena and Sandile Mieza, also died in the attack. The case has since led to the arrest of a businessman, Katiso Katie Molefe, former police detective Michael Buletau, and alleged hitman Musakekana and Diego Floyd Mabusela. The trial is scheduled to run from 26 October to 4 December 2026 at the High Court in Johannesburg. Appearing before the Commission at the Bridget Mabandla Justice College in Pretoria on Friday, Nkosi was pressed about a message he sent on 23 November 2022 to former City of Tshwane official Mpho Lekukela. The message, which included a photo of Lekukela with Sefoka, saying, "Why didn't you call him to order?" Lekukela responded at the time saying, "I didn't know." Under questioning, Nkosi claimed he could not recall what he meant by the message, a response that drew sharp criticism from evidence leader Matthew Chaskalson. He said, "I can't accept that answer," suggesting Nkosi must have had at least a second-hand understanding of the circumstances surrounding the killing. He further pressed the sergeant on whether the message implied that Sefoka's death could have been prevented. Nkosi rejected this interpretation, distancing himself from any suggestion that he had knowledge of the motive behind the murder. He said, "I will not appreciate it when you associate me with knowing what happened with DJ Somebody or what might be the cause based on what I wrote here." The line of questioning intensified when it was established that Lekukela and Sefoka were friends. Just Kelson questioned why Nkosi will send such a message to a grieving associate, implying some form of responsibility or prior warning. Commission Chairperson Boysen Matlanga intervened, accusing Nkosi of being evasive in his testimony, and said, "You are lying. The problem is that you are lying to us." Nkosi denied misleading the commission, insisting that he could not remember the context of the exchange, said, "I would not know what exactly we were talking about on that day or what led me to say those words," attributing his memory lapse to the passage of time since the incident. He requested an opportunity to consult Lekukela during a break to clarify the matter. However, Matlanga expressed skepticism, noting that such a significant and unusual event should be difficult to forget. Following the adjournment, Nkosi told the commission he had spoken to Lekukela. According to Nkosi, Lekukela indicated that their conversation may have been linked to whether Sefuka could have been warned about allegedly interfering in other people's romantic relationships. The exchange has raised further questions about what Nkosi knew in the days following the high-profile killing, and whether his message hinted at a deeper understanding of the circumstances surrounding Sefoka's death. Meanwhile, Sergeant Nkosi had difficulty explaining his relationship with the City of Tshwane Chief Financial Officer Gareth Mnisi at the Matlanga Commission. Nkosi told the inquiry that Mnisi assisted him with job applications at the City of Tshwane, and said the way we communicated with the CFO, we declared each other as one. Nkosi said Mnisi also knew alleged member of the so-called group of 5 businessmen taxi boss Joe Sibanyoni, but they had never been together in the same meeting. He added that he had never been with his boss, suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya, in a gathering with Mnisi and Sibanyoni. According to Nkosi, Sibiya never interacted with Sibanyoni and said, "I have no other relationship with Sibanyoni." Nkosi told the commission, chaired by retired Constitutional Court Justice Mbuyiseni Matlanga, he said he has no reason to downplay his relationship or association with Sibanyoni. Commissioner Advocate Sisi Baloyi asked Nkosi why he was deliberately downplaying his relationship with Sibanyoni. Baloyi said Nkosi had more than casual relationship with Sibanyoni. Nkosi said, "I never had a problem with him. He never had a problem with me as well. I've got no other relationship that can cause me to distance myself from him." He added that he had no reason to distance himself from Sibanyoni. Nkosi accepted that he was untruthful about the number of times he met Sibanyoni in his testimony. Nkosi said Mnisi knew who Sibanyoni was after initially denying several meetings with him. Nkosi also implicated City of Tshwane Deputy Metro Police Chief Umashi Dlamini in intervening with the supplier dispute. He said he was only intervening due to Mnisi's frustration with the service provider, threatening the municipality with legal action. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.